How to spot properties with motivated sellers listing on the MLS. Right now in 2026, the real estate market here in Atlanta is nothing like it was a few years ago. Right now it's a buyer's market. There are more sellers than buyers. With less buyer competition out there, there's a lot of sellers that are anxiously waiting your offer and many agents that are looking to work with you. So let's go over the things that you can look for to get an idea of whether your seller is serious and interested in making a deal with you. So what are some of the signs you have a motivated seller? I'm going to go over a bunch of them. The more of them they have, the more likely they are. I'm going to start off with the easy ones, the ones that have common sense, and I'm going to work my way up to the more experienced investor level ones. Number one, houses that have been on the market for 60 to 90 days. Once a house has been sitting on the market for a while, there's a good chance that the seller is frustrated and is willing to make a deal. Number two, it's overpriced. Maybe they didn't understand the market, and maybe their situation has changed. But make an offer of what you think would be good for you, and the worst they can do is say no. I mean, don't try to intentionally insult people, but you never know. You might just get a negotiation started and you might come to a deal with something you are both happy with. Number three, bad marketing. Selling a house isn't really all that hard, but you got to do it right and you got to have the right tools. Number one ways to spot a poorly marketed property are going to be your bad pictures. So if they're fuzzy and they look like someone took them with a smartphone, they probably were. It's bad marketing. People aren't looking at them. If their descriptions look just like the criteria you put into your search engine, and not selling the benefits that are coming to it, there's a good chance that that's a poorly marketed property. And no sign in the yard? And are you trying to keep this a secret? What's up? Number four, for sale by owner. Selling a house isn't quite as easy as a lot of people think. When investors see a for sale by owner, they smell blood in the water. When real estate agents see one, they call them nonstop, asking if they can interview for listing the property for them. Dealing with that, in addition to the stress of selling a house, can sometimes leave them frustrated. Number five, on the topic of having the right tools, using showing time to schedule showings and super lock boxes to secure the property are two of the biggest advantages real estate agents have. If they're not using these, there's a good chance that the seller is a little bit frustrated. And it's also a good sign that the agent is either weak or cheap. Number six, poor maintenance. If they are not doing the small stuff, they are most likely checked out emotionally. Is the grass not cut? Is the front doorknob really wiggly or something like that? This might be a good time to make an offer. Bonus tip, check with code enforcement. 7, check the clicks and favorites it has on all the Zillows and Redfins. Just compare it to see how it compares to other properties nearby. Number 8, check their tax records. Are they paying the taxes for the property? Do they own other properties that they own taxes on? Number 9, look at the listing history. Has it been on and off the market a lot over the last 2 years? Have they tried it, changed prices, changed different agents, etc.? Are they still with the same agent? Maybe they're just frustrated. Might be a good time to call them. Number 10, entity-owned properties. Especially estates, these can go one or two ways. One, they can not care about the property at all and they just want it gone. Number two, they could have grown up in that property and all they want for it is to go to a new home to breathe new life into it. LLC and corporate owners might just see this as an expense, and you never know, they might have just uncovered another deal that they want the money for, and you might be at the right person at the right time. Number 11, get a good agent. There are a lot of good agents out there now that don't have a lot to do and would love for you to give them a call. You want someone that's really going to listen to you and respond to you, be assertive without being pushy. When it comes to getting deals over the finish line, a good agent can go a long way. Number 12, patience and luck. How many properties are listed in your area right now? There's probably a lot of them. How many do you need to buy? Just one. So the numbers are in your favor, but you need some patience. It's not going to happen the first day, the first week, or maybe the first month. Maybe timing just wasn't right the first time you talked to a seller. If it is still listed, have your agent contact them back in a few weeks if it's still on the market. On the topic of luck, we are going to get into lucky number 13. What's the saying go? The more you practice, the luckier you get. You have to be out there communicating with sellers. You're going to be seeing houses, making offers. So 80% of success is just showing up sometimes. You're definitely not going to find a deal if you're not out there looking at houses. And finally, number 14, know exactly what you are looking for. Be able to describe it to someone. Know it when you see it. Paint a picture of it. Because how are you going to know if you found what you're looking for if you don't know exactly what you're looking for? Know your needs, your wants, your deal breakers. And this will also help give you blinders for not being distracted by a million other things that do not fit your criteria. If you can stay focused on your criteria and explain them to other people, they can help you find that. So that's all I got for you today. This is Investing in Georgia. I am Alan. If you have any questions about buying or selling or renovating or building properties in North Atlanta, to, I guess going up 75 to 575 to Cartersville and Canton and Jasper areas. My contact information is in the description below. If you learned something, please like, comment, share, or subscribe. Thanks.